This is my fully electric 2021 Kia Niro, and over the next few weeks I'll be driving it on a full lap of Australia, passing through some very remote places. The charging won't always be easy, but it should be one incredible journey.
Oh my god! At about 12:30 last night, a storm came through, which was fun. It woke me up. Very heavy rain, loud thunder, flashes of lightning, the whole lot, and the screen's still wet. The air conditioner running in the car actually went very well. I stayed dry all night, not just from the rain, but dry from the humidity. It was putting out quite nice air. So I actually got a good night's sleep, but then I had to get out of the car to pack everything up. And now I'm really sweaty again. And one thing I hadn't considered is yesterday's drive information is now still on the dashboard because the car was running the whole time. That's fine. But yes, having it plugged into the 15 amp power point, I discovered you have to turn the car off, then plug it in, then turn the car on, then the air conditioner works. If you don't do it in that sequence, it seems the air conditioner won't run while it's AC charging, but I got it to run the air conditioner while AC charging. It's now up to 100% charge, 99 actually. I guess I've been running the air conditioner for a little bit while unplugged, but it's estimating 316 kilometers of range, and that's based on the, very bad efficiency we've been getting. So I think first thing today will be to stop at the Woolworths and buy some food, and then I will do a little bit of sightseeing around Broome and then head on. I had no idea about this, but I've just got to the shopping centre and parked underneath a huge canopy of solar panels, which is a great idea. It keeps the sun off the cars and puts the sun somewhere else. Great thinking, Broome. Been to Woolworths, bought a whole lot of food, so that should last me to Darwin. I've also been to Harvey Norman. I bought this 5 terabyte hard drive. It is a hard disk drive rather than an HDD, not SSD. And to anyone who knows about hard drives, that means it's a lot slower transfer speeds and it won't necessarily last as long. It's sort of the older, inferior technology, but you can often get larger amounts for cheaper. I paid about as much for this as I paid for my 4 terabyte SSD that I had been using. But anyway, I guess there's a premium for being here. And that should hold most of the footage for the remainder of the trip. I might need to get another small one somewhere down the east coast, but that'll hold me off for now going through these next remote bits. So now it's just any other sightseeing I want to do in Broome. So I'll drive around a bit and do a little bit of sightseeing and then head off for an actual stretch of driving. The humidity is getting to me. But I've had a bit of a look around, seen some beaches. Cable Beach, no camels, but I think that's to be expected given the time of day. And I'm very sweaty. But now I am actually back at the shopping centre because I thought I should probably have some cash for the more remote parts of the trip. I never used cash like at all, but I found an ATM there and used an ATM for really the first time ever. But it's definitely time to head on now. And I think there's a fairly long stretch to do. In fact, I might get the screen recording going for this. So we're in Broome, and then along this highway, the next DC charger would be in Fitzroy Crossing. But if we pull up directions to that, oh, it's connected to the okay. It's connected to the car, so it's showing all the details on the car. But there we go. It is 397 kilometres, which is too much for my car at highway speeds in heat. So that's just not going to happen at all. So the only other option is to go from Broome and then take a detour up to Derby and charge there. But it actually means doing an extra bit of driving. So I'd have to go up to Derby, and they have a DC charger there. So I think it's a bit of a gap in the network, really. I mean, I can do it, and cars with better range could probably just go straight ahead. And I can do it by going up to Derby, but it's a bit annoying. But that station seems to be working perfectly fine, so I guess I'll go there, and might be nice anyway. Even this is going to be a fairly long stretch. It's 165 kilometres as the crow flies, but it's actually 224 kilometres actually driving on the roads, and I've got 289 estimated with 92% state of charge. So it's a fairly long stretch for this car in this heat with the speeds, but I think I can certainly make that and then do quite a deep charge in Derby and then get on to Fitzroy Crossing, was it? I think that was it. So I'll head off and start doing that and see you a bit later. Six minutes out from town, and the efficiency has seemingly been quite good today. I can't tell you what it is because it's still mixed up with yesterday's data because I had the car on all night, but we still have 92 kilometres of estimated range left with only 4 to go. So actually made it quite easily, which is good. It's 36 degrees outside now, and it's kind of sunny even though it's overcast at the same time. So I imagine it's going to be very unpleasant outside the car. But Derby looks quite nice. Very treed and tropical feeling. And there's been quite a lot of, is it Boab trees? I think they are. They look different to what I'd normally see. I can see it. Not sure how I get to it. I'll just turn into the parking here because there's a car right behind me. And almost got it right. In here. That should work. The plugs on these chargers are a bit awkward, for my car at least. I think if you had a more normal rear sort of side charging port, it would probably be perfectly fine, but I'll go and plug in. The screen has been smashed. RFID reader seemed to still work though, but I'm not going to know if it fails or not unless I go into the car. It often fails. Yep, failed the first time. This is going to be annoying. I think made some clicks actually. Are we going? We are charging. Getting 21 kilowatts, and I imagine it'll ramp up just a bit slowly. So yeah, worked on the second attempt. It's just a bit more difficult to do with a cracked screen. And luckily I've used these with working screens many times before, so I know what to do anyway. I don't really need to see the screen, but if you are not used to using these, that would be very difficult actually. And it was still not the most convenient for me. But I guess with the help of the app as well, you could use the app if you had to and get it working okay. But we're now up to 64 kilowatts, so the charger's working very well. And the RFID card reader, which is even sort of still in the screen, is still working. It's just annoying the screen is cracked. And it's annoying that anyone would crack the screen, but anyway. We're on 28%. I think we probably need a fair bit to make it to Fitzroy Crossing, but I'll work all that out as we charge, and I'll catch up with you soon. Derby itself is quite a nice town, but it is very hot here, but I'm getting used to that. I've charged all the way up to 94% now, because it is indeed quite a long stretch. It's 258 kilometres to Fitzroy Crossing, where there's another charger, and the car's estimating 298 kilometres now, so there's a decent buffer now, but it is going to be quite a long stretch of driving, and I wanted to just make sure I had enough of a buffer. But the speed has ramped right down to 16 kilowatts, so definitely time to leave here. There's a few, I think there's 2 different Boab tree landmark things I want to stop and look at along the way. But we'll unplug and head off to start seeing them. I think the easiest option is going to be to stop it from the ChargeFox app, seeing as the screen is still broken. So we've got charge in progress here, and I'll hit stop charging. This might actually be easier than pressing stop on the charger and verifying with the card anyway. I'm now just 5 minutes from the charger in Fitzroy Crossing, and the range has held up quite okay. 7 kilometres to go, 51 still estimated on the car. Car's on 16%, so there's quite a decent buffer really. I did have the speed slightly slower than normal, but that's been fine. And I've had the air conditioner sort of as low as I can without being uncomfortable. I've been perfectly comfortable, but it's fairly low fan and set to 21 degrees or something. It's been quite a long stretch though for both me and the car. I'm definitely ready for a break now. I feel like we could use another charger somewhere along here to break it up a bit, because I charged really for longer than I wanted to at the last charger, and now I'm sort of driving for longer than I wanted to without charging, so it would be better if there was another one, but I guess that would have added a fair bit of extra cost, and you can make it between the charges, so it still works. It just might have been nicer to have another stop somewhere. I mean, I could have done another stop somewhere, but I wouldn't have been charging, so I would have sort of been wasting time. So I've just driven right through. But it definitely looks like we're coming into a town here now. I was looking at PlugShare as I was waiting for the last little bit to finish at the last charger, and it looks like this charger has had some issues, mostly with vandalism. But I'm pretty sure it's still showing online, so hopefully it'll work just fine. Fitzroy Crossing. Oh, I might have just navigated to the centre of town. No, apparently I navigated to the ChargeFox charging station. I did not see one at all. Town centre is in that way. So I think that was quite wrong in Google Maps. But I'll see if it's obvious in the town centre. If not, I'll pull it up. Oh, here it is right there. Yeah, I don't think I actually got the destination from PlugShare. I just searched for ChargeFox in Fitzroy Crossing. Spray paint on it. So the screen looks a bit dead, but I'll see. Oh, the screen is kind of working, I think. Give it a try. RFID might not be working. Guess I'll do the app. Start. Yep, authenticated. So I think it's going to work just fine. Looks like we're charging. We are charging. Great. We are on 20 kilowatts. Hopefully still ramping. Oh, yep, here we go, more ramping. Yeah, so it's a shame about all the vandalism, but at least it is working. Some of it doesn't even seem necessarily targeted. Some of it's definitely very targeted, but some of it's just a bit random. But anyway, yeah, 63 kilowatts, so we're charging up perfectly fine here. There's also more vandalism on some of the other buildings. I think it's just something that comes with the area. But anyway, I'll charge up a bit here. Maybe go find a toilet. and see you in a bit. So I can't find an available toilet in this place. I even went into the Roadhouse and bought this. That was locked. It's also very old, I think. But I've booked a campsite for the night. It got a bit dicey because the next town on from here is 260 something kilometres away. So I'd be pretty late by the time I get there. But I didn't really want to spend the night here because that's not the best use of time. But I found a campground at Mimby Caves. So it should be a bit of an interesting experience. They don't have powered sites, but they do have showers, apparently. So as long as the car's charged up enough, that'll be fine. And I'm about an hour's drive from there, I believe. In the correct direction. Only like a few Ks off course. So I should probably set off now. And I'll be there about 6 p.m. Charging had been going quite well, but it is now down to 25 kilowatts. It's at 79%. But that's good. Gives me a nice amount of buffer so I can hopefully run the air conditioner all night without being too worried. That will be a bit interesting actually, because I probably have to run the air conditioner overnight. I don't think it should use too much though. Like 1 kilowatt would be quite a lot. If it does that for 8 hours, that's 8 kilowatt hours, showing 12% of the battery. So I should be right. And then my other 2 power banks will have to cope with whatever they're on. Power everything else, but I think that'll be fine for a night. So I'm going to unplug and head there. And hopefully spot a toilet on my way. I have to stop it from the app because the RFID isn't working. And I've had pretty bad Starlink reception here. I think just because that roof's quite in the way. But I have no Optus reception, so it's been a lifeline once again. Yeah, if you're going to do this trip, definitely either a Telstra SIM card or a Starlink. We are 95 kilometres away. It says destination closed on arrival time, but I think that's just like the cave tours, because they're a campground, they kind of have to be open. And they let me pick a 7 p.m. arrival. I'll be getting there at 6 p.m. I don't think that'll matter. If they really care, I can sit at the front gate for an hour. The reception's been so bad, I didn't really want to go and pull up Google Maps to check my arrival time and then potentially just sort of lose the whole thing. It's been that kind of experience trying to book it. But hey, I've got no reception and yet Starlink has given me internet, so I can't complain too much. It has worked, it's just been a bit flaky. And we are off again. I'll probably see you at the place. I'm now 500 metres from the turn-off to turn off the main highway, and then it's only 4 kilometres on from that. Campground that way, click this sign. camera's died, so sorry you're not going to see driving in. Sorry, it's a bit dark, so the footage might not be too good, but I made it here with a little bit of daylight left. Here's the car. I didn't really speak to anyone, I just sort of read the signs and followed the signs. I'm guessing this is one of the sites I've parked in, sort of privacy screen. That's okay. I drove quite a few more minutes after the video ended, just driving along dirt roads, as evidenced by the back of the car. And it is very off-grid, but it's a lovely setting and there doesn't seem to be anyone else around, which suits me pretty well. And I've got my Starlink and batteries and food and everything. I'll show you here. There's lovely mountains over there with the sun sort of finishing setting over there. So I'm guessing that's a campsite there. I just took one, I'm guessing that's fine. There's several more of these site things over there. There's a toilet block there with little LED lights in them. I'm guessing it's a battery topped up by small solar panels. There's some sinks out here. And there's showers in here with, once again, similar lighting situation. And over here there's even a kitchen. I probably won't bother using it, I'll probably just use my own setup. But there's sink and gas barbecues from a gas bottle and tables and stuff. So it's really pretty good, but I can completely understand why they don't offer powered sites, because they don't seem to actually have power here other than a few LED lights that I'm guessing run off a very tiny solar system. But I'm really not too far from the next DC charger, so I should be all good with power. But I will go to bed and see you in the morning.